And news just coming in, we are learning that Manik Bhattacharya, the former chairman of the West Bengal Board of Primary Education, has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. He's also a TMC MLA from Bhattacharya. He's been arrested in the Bengal jobs scam. So another arrest that is taking place in this particular case. We are given to understand that Manik Bhattacharya has been arrested. Kishale joining us from the Bangla newsroom. Kishale, tell us more about the arrest. All right, so we're going to try and go across to Kishale in just a bit again. But here's what we know. Another arrest has been made by the Enforcement Directorate in this particular case. Do remember that earlier on the Supreme Court had extended protection that it had granted to the TMC MLA Manik Bhattacharya, but now that, of course, has come to an end. So we are given to understand that he has been arrested by the ED in the job scam. The Enforcement Directorate, of course, has been investigating the job scam for a while now, and this arrest, of course, is being seen as something perhaps that could change the case. Joining me right now is Kishale from the Bangla newsroom. Now, Kishale, give us more details of this particular arrest. Of course, earlier on he was under the Supreme Court's protection in terms of, it had given him interim protection from arrest.
Well, exactly, he was given that protection, but there were conditions that he had to cooperate with the whole process of investigation. Today, ED arrested Manik Bhattacharya, ex-chairman of the Primary Board of Education, and the main reason behind this arrest was his non-cooperation in the whole process of investigation. We saw previously that how Partho Chatterjee was also arrested, and there was a recovery of huge sum of cash from different locations, especially from his aide's home, houses and different flats and apartments. Today, Manik Bhattacharya, ex-chairman of the Primary Board of Education, and also a TMC MLA of Bhattacharya from here in West Bengal, has been arrested in the same recruitment scam case, and there are specific charges against him of money laundering and of extending different kinds of help to people who paid him money in order to be recruited in different positions all across the primary board and primary schools here in West Bengal. There has been recoveries of diaries and notes where names of people and candidates had been mentioned, and Manik Bhattacharya supposedly helped them in lieu of money in order to be recruited in the board and in order to be recruited as teachers in different schools here in West Bengal. Manik Bhattacharya have been also under scanner in different cases, like the whole recruitment process which has been there since 2012, 13, 14 and other years, where the TET examination had been was conducted here in West Bengal. Manik Bhattacharya, who is also ex-MLA of also an MLA of Bhattacharya, is a very close friend and aide of Partho Chatterjee, and previously we also showed how there has been different chats, WhatsApp messages that had been exchanged between Partho Chatterjee and Manik Bhattacharya, and especially there was a text message where Partho Chatterjee and Manik Bhattacharya engaged in a meeting where they had a very crucial discussion about this whole process of recruitment, and ED officials are investigating whether in that particular meeting decisions were made regarding this whole recruitment scam. So we are looking at that, a big update from Bengal. Now, Manik Bhattacharya arrested, MLA of TMC and ex-chairman of Primary Board of Education.
Now, Kishale, the CBI has been questioning him over his role, particularly in the period in 2014, where there are allegations that there was some destruction of OMR sheets, and they have repeatedly, pointedly asked him about that. So, for the benefit of our viewers who aren't clear about this, tell us more.
Well, yes, there has been specific charges against him, and as you rightly mentioned, there are charges which CBI was previously investigating, and they're still investigating, and now ED has arrested him because of money laundering cases in this recruitment scam. OMR sheets or answer sheets that the candidates submitted were destructed in a huge amount in order to establish that the candidates who were recruited and suggested by Manik Bhattacharya were actually the worthy candidates, and in order to remove any kind of proof or evidences, a large number of OMR sheets were destructed in the primary board of education office itself. So that's a big charge against him and his associates, that they destructed all kind of evidences so that in later period no investigating agencies can find out exactly who were the people, who were the candidates who actually scored proper marks and who could not score marks and yet were recruited in the primary board of education. So that's a very serious charge against him, and ED today arrested him in charges of money laundering and taking bribe and money in order to give recruitment to unworthy candidates who did not qualify in those exams which you rightly mentioned, 2012 and 14. And also he was a very close aide of Partho Chatterjee, so his WhatsApp messages and calls with Partho Chatterjee are also under scanner.
All right, we are of course continuing to await a reaction to come in from the TMC on this. Another MLA from the TMC being arrested in the job scam. Thank you, Kishle, for joining us.